What's good with it, Black Goose TV family? It's your boy Fluence. You see me, I'm grooving, I'm feeling good. Happy Tuesday to the people. We coming in strong. We got another reaction video for y'all, and it has to do with the undisputed lightweight Devin Haney. Before we get into this joint, because it's some big news, it's breaking news in my personal opinion. You feel me? Y'all see the title below, y'all see the title over here. But before we get into this reaction video, I need y'all to hit that like button. But before you hit the like button, man, hit the button that's right next to it. Subscribe to the channel, because y'all really slowed down on the subscribe side of the game. Y'all just watching the joint and then just moving on. You watching the joint and moving on. Do me a favor, because it's quick. It don't cost nothing. It's easy. Why don't you watch the video, hit that subscribe button, and then move on? That's all I'm asking. It's easy. I'd appreciate you. Much love either way it goes. Hit the like button while you're doing it, notification gang, and please drop a comment below. It helps with the algorithm. Now, with all that being out of the way, I got some news for y'all. We're going to be learning about this together. We're going to be reacting at the same time. This is my first time seeing the video. Obviously, I see the title. I've seen the articles. So I want to hear straight from the horse's mouth, respectfully, how true this is and if this is really a possibility. Okay, Devin Haney's he's alluding to the fact that, hey, now that Lomachenko's back in the picture and he says he wants to fight in October, you know what I'm saying, there might be a possibility we might go ahead and skirt away from this rematch. And it might not be us skirting. It might just be the promotional company saying, hey, we got to put our money where the mouth is. And it wouldn't make no sense to do a rematch with Kambosos because you beat the brakes off of them. And we didn't really make that much money from them. Wouldn't it make sense for us to go ahead and insert Lomachenko up in there? And if you beat him, let's have a rematch against Lomachenko. Why would we have the rematch with George Kambosos when the money not really there? I could see that being the case. But I don't know what contract he signed. I don't know what stipulations. I don't know what he's obligated to. So I'm going to, leave the speculation side of the game out of it for now until I get more information. But I definitely see that as a possibility because, Bob Arum's pockets is deep and they're a lot deeper than the promotional company George Kambosos is with. So I don't see why you wouldn't be able to at least fathom a possibility of that kind. But now, before I say too much, let's go ahead and get into this reaction video so maybe I can get a little bit more information to either validate or basically make whatever I said sound like complete and utter bullshit. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hand the ball off to young Devin Haney. Let's hear what you got to say. Let's get it.
WBA, IBF, WBO, Millennium, and that franchise.
Cheese right there. You
Yeah,
see that?
yeah.
Destroy it,
No.
or you gonna keep it?
I'm the franchise.
Of
Got
course.
everything. Got everything.
So, but what's going on? What we're gonna do with the franchise? Because you're the trendsetter in this situation.
I got everything. If you want anything in the lightweight division, you got to go through me.
Absolutely. And just first and foremost, congratulations on that tremendous performance.
Thank you.
I was talking with your team right here, and you gave me this awesome insight that they came in and they were booing and they left cheering in Australia.
Yeah.
What was that about?
I mean, yeah, because we knew that was going to happen. That it was going to be against me, but we won the crowd over. We won the fans, and yeah.
Going into that fight, you set a trend on top of the fact that you're going to do whatever it takes to become undisputed, and forget the politics, forget the money, forget whatever side. You did exactly what you needed to do, and in this case, Kambosos is going to be possibly the rematch. Is that what's going on?
We just got to see what's next. We don't know. We're not. We're weighing our options.
Okay.
Possibly not. We just got to see what makes the most sense for me and my team, and that's what's next. But October, I will be fighting, but we don't know who yet.
That's crazy. So I want to speak on that right now. That is a chess and a power play move, not from Devin Haney's team, not from Kambosos' team, not from Eddie Hearn, not from DAZN, from Bob Arum in Top Rank. Can we talk about this? And I'm not going to go into extent because this is about what Devin Haney's saying right now. But a lot of you had a lot of words for Terrence Crawford, because he spent majority of his time with Bob Arum, and he tried to blame Bob Arum on, that's why Earl Spence ain't ever happened. Like, and a lot of y'all niggas who say that y'all don't know boxing. A lot of these media personalities at YouTube that say that, they just do that because they know it's gonna, drive their views up. And they're going to get either one fanboy on their side or another. Earl Spence's audience is ridiculous. So a lot of people, man, a lot of boxing fans, they watch it as boxing fans, especially hardcore boxing fans. Like, they can't fathom that there's money involved with all this shit, and that these fighters really don't have much say in who's going to fight. You feel me? Like at the end of the day, is what is going to meet the requirements when it comes to making enough money, enough pay-per-view sales, etc. That's what we're gonna do. And a lot of times he put, so it's like it's weird when it comes to boxing fans a lot of times, because y'all be so like jaded and be feeling like, oh, all the fighter has to do is say I want to fight Gervonta Davis tomorrow when it's gonna happen. Like, come on, bro. Like I know for a fact you work for somebody, or I know for a fact you own a business, or I know for a fact you make a living somehow by getting money, nigga. Nothing's ever black and white when it comes to getting money. You feel me? There's always some bullshit that you got to deal with in the middle. It's never just like, yo, hey, you do this, here's your money. Like that's not the case. There's always gonna be ups and downs and anyways, him saying that shows me, or basically, in my opinion, solidifies what I was kind of alluding to before we started the reaction video. Was Bob Arum is making a power play. The reason why he went full-fledged and basically snatched Devin Haney from the zone was because he understood he had Loma, and he understood he had leverage of getting the Kambosos fight. So we were originally under the impression that he signed a 3-fight deal, and that means 2 fights with Kambosos, 1 with Loma. Little did we know that Bob Arum is like, yo, nigga, I got pulled. If you beat George Kambosos bad enough and we don't do the numbers that we expect, you're going to fight Lomachenko twice. So him saying this confirms that. We're probably going to see Devin Haney versus Loma. I'll be very surprised if we see Kambosos versus Devin Haney too, because that shit will lose money. Let's be 100. And I love Devin Haney.
Well, if he does, the thing that makes sense is he needs to come over here, in America, just like how you came over there.
Yeah, I mean, they can come over here and get it, or if we do go over there, it just got to make sense for us to go back, and you know what that means by it makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah, money. And and what makes sense is the fact that the king and the castle, the king and the mountain at the moment and stuff like that.
I mean, I took the the short end of the stick. I took less money for me and my team to go over there and against all odds, and we came out victorious like he did against Tio. And at the end of the day, he got paid well. He did good. So if you want us to come back, then we got to do the right thing to get me and my team there again.
And what's really incredible and great about you is the fact that you had this nice vacation out, went out in Dubai, and you were at the summer league recently, but right back in the gym, looked like nothing changed. Like
we had a little good vacation, but now it's back to work, and we on to the next. This shit don't stop. We just got to see, who is going to be the next opponent, but we're preparing.
Now, overall, just looking at the landscape now, I'm sure that everyone's been calling you out now. The fact that
no, they haven't. They haven't. That's the thing. Not too many people have called me out.
I agree.
If you know something that I don't, then you could tell me. But I haven't really been hearing it.
He right. That is actually an interesting thing to see the position that Devin Haney is in, and maybe they're not doing it just simply because the promotional companies with. When you look at the lightweights, a lot of them are all scattered around when it comes to these promotions. That's another thing. Like I'm really scared when it comes to these like young guns. When it comes to the lightweight division, I really don't think we probably will ever see them fight because they're all with different promotional companies, and they're making them a lot of money. It doesn't make sense for TMT and Showtime to put Gervonta Davis against one of these other young guns like Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney and risk that. Same with Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotions. The only person that I see that would be willing to take that risk is Devin Haney. But the reason I feel that way is because he controls his own fate. He's not just, dictated or just exclusively with one promoter. You feel me? He has 2 more fights left on this particular contract, and then he's his own man again. So Devin Haney is the one guy I can see chasing certain fights. But other than that, like, when you look at Gervonta Davis, he's not leaving his camp, and they're going to make sure they do what's best for him to make sure that at the end of the day, his legacy is intact. Even if that means maybe not fighting guys we want to see him fight at the time, we'd love to see it. Same with Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, kind of the same boat with him. He's moving up to 140, so he's not even really talking about anybody else. So it's an interesting time when it comes to this lightweight division where we see a lot of these young guns, and we want to see these, and we have expectations to see who's the best. But in reality, if you want me to be realistic, if you want to live in reality, because I usually do, We're probably never going to see Javante versus Devin, or Devin versus Ryan Garcia or Javante. There's just too much money being made individually for whatever particular organization they're tied with for them to take the chance. You feel me? The only person that I see it is Devin because, like I said, he necessarily doesn't have any promotional ties to anyone at this point. So he didn't come up under like one promoter who really tried to build his career and make him great. Like he signed with Eddie Hearn in his own. He kind of made himself, known. He was already known before that, and then he went on and signed with Top Rank. So,
well, I mean, there's a few fighters out there like a Frank Martin. Frank Martin has like called you out.
Frank Martin ain't called him out
in a post fight. Errol Spence's fighter.
Frank Martin did not. That's disrespectful to Frank. Frank did not call him out. If you watched his last fight, Jim Gray specifically asked him, like, do you think blah, 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 you ready? And he said, I need to go back to my team. He did not call out Devin Haney. Maybe previously he had some words before his last fight, but when he fought that night, I watched his post-fight interview. He did not call out anybody at that 135 division at the top level.
Oh yeah. I know Earl Fighter. I don't even think he ranked in the top 10, so how could I, of course, a guy like that.
Earl's fighter. He didn't even say his name.
He's trying to make a name for himself. Of course, he's going to call me out. That's what he's supposed to do. At one point, I was there doing the same thing, but he's not even ranked in the top 10 to even fight me. So, and at the end of the day, right now, that makes not a lot of sense for us to fight, which, like I said, I was in that position before, so I understand it. He's not doing nothing that he's not supposed to be doing. I will be calling out the top guy. I was calling out the top guys when I was coming up. So yeah, but
I mean, and being the top guy, you're also looking at fighting the guys underneath you, like Lomachenko. Something like things don't. You're not.
Yeah. No. Of course. I want to make the biggest fights happen, and I've been saying that for a while now, and I'm still, I'm standing on that. If it makes sense, the biggest fights, then let's do it.
We recently just did an interview with Floyd,
and we can make it make sense. It's nothing that that we can't figure out, come to an agreement, and make these fights happen, like I did to when I fought in Australia. It makes sense.
Nothing but respect right there for Devin. Y'all seen the next question he was leading with. He was going to say something about Floyd, and that's going to be my next reaction video. We're going to react to that. But how y'all feel about this particular video, man? Drop it in the comments below. Hit the like hit the like button, subscribe to the motherfucking channel. That's the most important thing. Hit that subscription, man. Subscribe, and subscribe. Please, man, show your boy some love as always, man. Notification gang, comment on this joint. Much love to the people, much love to the family, much love to the motherfucking universe as always, man. On Arnold Schwarzenegger side of the game, I'll be back, but with more boxing. Stay blessed, not stressed. You already know who it is. I'm a knockout artist, baby. I had to say it one more time.